Alright, this is how to remove pedals. Usually I try and stay on one side of the bike. That way I don't get confused because the pedal thread direction can change from one side to the other. Either using a pedal wrench, specific pedal wrench, or using an 8mm Hex T-handle or a 6mm Hex T-handle. These particular pedals, these are some XTs, so all they offer you is a 8mm Hex T-handle. I like this one. You got plenty of room here. Good for leverage and is strong. It's not going to bend like a 6mm would. If the pedals offer a couple slots where I can put a pedal wrench, I'd rather use that because I got a pretty hefty, huge pedal wrench on there. It gives me really good leverage. You can stand on one side or the other. I'm going to come in from the inside, attach my wrench. You just got to fiddle around with that front tire, get it out of your way. But I'm going to be loosening, so I'm going to be coming upward in this direction. So I'm coming up and back towards the rear tire. To put this in a good position so you have good leverage. I don't want to stick it here. I'm going to run into the frame very quickly. So I'm going to come back a bit, find my slot. That'll work. And I can play with the crank arm a little bit too if I need to. I'm going to be bringing it up. I just need it to break loose, move about this much, move it a couple inches. That's going to break it free, allow me to spin it. I am coming closer to the chain rings. You can always put some gloves on, put some rags over the chain rings. Worst case, I've done this before, if I do come loose pretty quickly, I might just hit the frame here. So I'm going to hold the other side of the crank arm with my right arm, and my left hand is going to pull up. And my arm is locked out. And instead of just using my arm, I'm going to use a lot of my body too, so getting some good leverage there too. So that wasn't too tight. And once I break it loose, I can turn it around, use the ball end here, and spin the rest free. And we're going up and around towards the rear of the wheel. And if I stay here, I'm going to do the same thing on the left crank. Turn that crank, and I'm going to do the same thing, try and get in the same rough position. I'm going to come up and back towards the rear tire. Here I'm just going to probably put my hand here. I'm going to push into the pedal and also kind of brace it, pull up with my left hand so I can brace here with my right. Boom, loose. And I can get some pretty good leverage here. So if those pedals are really stuck, I can get pretty aggressive. And you should be able to too.